If you're still on the fence on whether you should wait until there's a regular LSAT versus the current LSAT-Flex, what is your advice to people? Like, if they're like, I could apply this year or next year or maybe even the year after, and I'm not sure if I want to take it as is right now or if I want to take it when it's the traditional LSAT.
Yeah, it's a good question. I know a lot of folks have a preference, strong preference one way or the other, but the thing is we don't really know how long Flex is going to go on for. I mean, I could see them doing Flex forever potentially. And with each administration, they get better and better at doing it properly and dealing with Proctor U and informing the proctors of what's allowed, about the rules and such. And there are a lot of logistical benefits to doing the Flex. Like, they don't have to book testing centers. They don't have to hire in-person proctors. They don't have to ship tablets or booklets around. I mean, I mentioned the July LSAT-Flex data corruption with certain small percentage of scores, but they've lost booklets in the past as well with very limited cases of this, but shipping via UPS, some booklets got lost one time. And if there's inclement weather, like a snowstorm, testing centers would be closed, or there was a hurricane, test centers were closed. So the in-person has some potential issues as well. So whether it'll be Flex long-term or not, I can't necessarily say, but given all that uncertainty, I wouldn't choose when to take the LSAT or when to apply to law school based on things being in person or online. Prep focusing on the content of the exam, like studying grouping logic games or necessary assumption logical reasoning questions, whatever it is. Focus on the content and focus on the highest possible accuracy, then simulate test day accordingly.
Yeah, I guess I was more wondering if you know yourself as a test taker and you don't have the endurance to do like the full length LSAT, and maybe you want the shorter version because your accuracy is just way higher when you don't need that stamina for the extra section. Versus like some people are like, no, I would rather have the extra section. That's the extra section that I do well. Or if there's any strategy behind that.
That's a fair question. Yeah. So as for the endurance aspect, yeah, I mean, definitely 3 sections is shorter, endurance less of a factor, probably more pleasant for most people. So if you could be ready by November, I would say aim for November, which is, as we speak, about 3 months from now. I think it's highly likely that will be a Flex. So if you want Flex, maybe go for November. But I could still see it being Flex in January too. If you really hate the idea of Flex, then you could hold off. But who knows? I mean, January could be Flex, February could be Flex. If we really knew there's going to be a COVID vaccine that works by end of the calendar year, next year would be in person, then I would say maybe hold off till then if you prefer the in-person 5 section and you don't want it to be online, but we can't really say. So I would really remove the format entirely from the decision-making process. Just focus on the content. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.